Welcome into another episode of Fourth and Five presented by Ortho Arkansas. And I want to start with sharing something with y'all, the viewers. And I feel comfortable about sharing this because of how open, strong, courageous that this woman has been. Once getting some very unfortunate news, I kind of told y'all a little bit while back that we at the Fourth and Five family have one of our own who's dealing with something very tough, very hard, and very unfortunate. And we just asked for prayers, and I appreciate the response we got from a lot of our viewers. But I will say this, Katie, Matt Harris's wife, and we love Matt. Y'all know how Matt is, such a passionate guy. Unfortunately, she has been diagnosed with breast cancer, and apparently it's pretty aggressive. And it was a very tough thing when they got the news. I remember being on the phone with Matt the day before they found out, but they were told that this is what they need to expect. And Matt, he's so tough, and he tries to be that tough guy, and you could hear it in his voice. He was struggling. But the cool thing about Matt and the great thing about Katie, they took the news head on. And it was pretty cool that I was talking to Matt about what comes next. And he says, man, my girl's a fighter. She's a fighter. And Matt's a fighter. And, as much as we talk about we need to fight on the football field, the guys need to be ready to go. We were talking about Katie and this battle she's about to have with cancer. We're going to look at, cancer and say, hey, it's a 2 chin strap game. Buckle up and let's get ready to go. And Katie's been so great, being so open about this. And her goal of being so open about it on social media, if you follow them on Instagram, is to let other people know that they're not alone if they're dealing with something like this as well. And so, once again, thoughts and prayers, if y'all can send them our way, would be very much appreciated. And I also want to say we're going to be doing some things here at Fourth and Five where it's kind of beyond football. We really want to get into the holidays and do our part, and we're going to try as best as possible. So once again, if you go to our merchandise site, you're going to see this Christmas ornament right here. Hopefully I can get this close for you. It's a little Fourth and Five logo. Hopefully it'll focus. Yeah, right there with the little Christmas hat on it. This will be up on our website. Once again, it's at the top of our YouTube page. If you go to the links, you'll see where you can go get some Fourth and Five merch. But if you select this specific ornament with the Christmas hat on it, the original idea was to give all of the proceeds to domestic violence shelters for kids around Christmas time. Y'all know I grew up in those shelters when I was a kid, and we didn't get much at all. And anything that we did get, it really meant the world to us. And so what I want to do now is 50% of all the proceeds will go towards the kids so they can have a great Christmas at the shelters around the holidays, and 50% be donated to cancer research in Katie's name and the Harris family's name. So y'all can be a part of that. I think that'd be awesome. I think they're around $7 to $8. And once again, all those proceeds will go directly to what I just said they would be. And yes, of course, we'll also make sure, if you want to, autograph each and every single one that gets ordered, send them to you in the mail. So I appreciate those people who want to be a part of that. That really does mean a lot. And before I get to our sponsor for this segment, I also want to give a big shout out to the people who gave us some super thanks on these videos. Once again, there's a button you're going to see at the bottom of this YouTube page where you can hit the super thanks. And it's a way of donating. No one has to do it, but if you want to and you like the content and just want to support that way, great. I want to give a big thanks to Donovan Irish for donating. And this one I will put up. Like I said, I try to not put people's business up there about how much they choose to donate or not, but I just really want y'all to see this message because I want Ty Washington and Varquise Gums to see this as well. I really appreciate all the feedback we got from Ty Washington coming on here. I know it was both ways, and I tried my best to handle that interview the best way that I could, of trying to understand both sides. And but best of luck to all parties involved. But this is from Mark Couch, 5258. He says, thanks. We appreciate you, DJ. Thank you. I appreciate you too. And I gave this because I want you to let Ty Washington know that real fans appreciate the time he spent as a Razorback, and we wish him the best. And he can pass the same message on to Gums as well. We wish him the best and nothing but success going forward. So we appreciate all the time and hard work that they put in helping this team be what it is today. And thanks for the great fan content. Love watching always. Mark, I really appreciate that. And I will say this, the guys are watching. And so that does mean a lot. And once again, I want to thank Ty for coming on and telling I guess, his truth and just kind of wanting to set the air straight and also taking accountability for his actions and trying to learn from it as well. I thought that was awesome. All right, before we move any further, a big shout out to the sponsor that makes these Wednesdays viewer comments even possible, and that is Ellis Home Inspections. Once again, Patrick Ellis, the man behind it all, 2 decades of military service, and I can't press this enough. If you're in the market of buying a home, apparently it's starting to be a really good time to do so. You need to make sure what you're buying is in top-notch condition. So please reach out to Patrick and his team over there to set up that inspection. Trust me, you don't want to get a house without it. And the more and more we start getting partners here with our page, the more and more I really want our viewers, if you're needing that type of service, to reach out to our sponsors. Man, they're great people. They really are some good people. Once again, when it comes to the inspection, all the things they offer to pre-listing inspections, which are awesome, but it doesn't matter if it's residential or commercial, or the crawl space, the thermal imaging. I mean, they literally do it all. So please reach out to them, and they're going to set you up and take care of you in your home purchasing needs. All right, let's go ahead and get into comments. I'm not going to put this one specifically up because I would say 50 to 70 people commented this one thing after my breakdown Monday, and that was, can we get a breakdown on Malachi Singleton? Okay, so we got you covered. So this is what we're going to do. Friday, Josh wanted to take this task head on. So he's working on a breakdown right now of the gameplay from when Malachi went into the game, the good, the bad, the things he needs to work on. I'm assuming he's going to try to compare and contrast the difference between him and Taylon Green. That is a tall task for anyone to really break down the intricacies, but I would assume it's going to be a little bit more focused on if Malachi gets a full week of prep, now 2, including the bye week, pending on Taylon's status. If he were to get the start about Texas, our true assessment of his game. So be looking forward to that Friday. Josh said he's going to try to get it up on time at 7:30 a.m. Friday. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and set your notifications so you can get the breakdown of Malachi. Then once we all kind of watch that, it is the bye week. We'll try to have some extra videos on Saturday kind of assessing what we think about his gameplay, just simply based off what our viewers are wanting here on 4th and 5. Another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is the bye week plan. We're going to obviously look into Texas and see what the matchup looks like, to see if Arkansas can somewhat get back on track, and what we kind of expected before this game against Ole Miss, if they can compete against Texas. I tried not to look too much in just to one game. We're really going to do our homework and break it down player for player, position for position, to see how they match up, to see what that game ultimately can look like. We've seen teams all the time before look like they don't belong in a football field one week, and then the other week they just show up like, where'd this team come from? And if any program is really good at doing that, it's the University of Arkansas. As much as I would love consistency right now, I don't mind it, because one week we can get blown out and the next week we can beat one of the top teams in the country. All right, so there's no telling what we're going to see once we kind of break down the tape and really have a fair assessment of what Texas is going to bring to the table. Another thing I kind of want to talk to our viewers about are plans moving forward. So we kind of talked about the lineup of things of having a episode Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and doing all your pre and post game stuff Saturday. And we've been looking at the analytics, and I think for the numbers, for the most part, have kind of stayed kind of where they were. Do y'all like that recipe? Or would you like us to consolidate some of these things into one longer episode so you can get all of it more at once? I'm going to leave that up to our viewers. So please comment as much as you can so we can get some good feedback. Because once again, this channel is for y'all. And we want to make sure that we build it in a way that you can kind of get exactly what you need. Now, I understand we're not going to make everybody happy, but we're going to try our best. Another thing I want to tell you about is something coming up. Now, y'all have learned we have partnered with Oaklawn. Very thankful for the partnership with them, especially when it comes to the stuff about the thing about Oaklawn. It's on brand with sports anyway, so it really does work out great. And I'll say this, I read a comment where somebody says when it comes to sports betting, they're like, meh, they could do without it. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to bet or not bet. That choice is up to yours. All right. I really like the people over there at Oaklawn. They've been great to us and what we are trying to accomplish here about having a great sponsorship so we can continue to keep all this content free for you, the viewer. And if betting is not for you, it's not for you. I'm not going to get up on here, and even though Oaklawn would probably want me to say, just give it a shot, that's not my place. Do what makes you comfortable. Bet if you want to. If you're not, please continue to still watch the channel. That's just how I roll, all right? But they do have an event coming up I want to tell you about. It's pretty fun. It's going to be November 12th, all right? So here we go. This is called Ladies Night Sports Betting 101. All right, so this is going to be November 12th at Cash Restaurant in Little Rock, and it's going to be an opportunity if you are interested in maybe playing the game within the game, and as long as you don't put yourself in a bind or a tough situation, it's a fun way to kind of have fun making a couple bets on, will this player get this many catches? Will this guy get this many yards? Will Malachi Singleton throw for a touchdown against Texas? Little things like that. It's kind of fun. They're going to have a ladies' night 101 if you're interested in it. And we're not trying to say girls don't know anything about sports. It's just a great way to have a girls' night out. David Basil from The Buzz will be there along with Justin Acree, my co-host on The Buzz on The Zone. He'll be there as well. Nancy Holtis is going to be in the house, and Nancy's awesome. If you've ever been out to Oaklawn and you've seen any of the horse racing, she does all of the handicapping and lets people know what they need to do to have a great time with that. Roger Scott, tell y'all, if y'all never hung out with Roger Scott, dude is a clown and such a great time. He's going to be there, and I will be there as well because my lady wants to go and learn a little bit about it, so I'll be in attendance as well. So I'm seeing this as a great opportunity for our 4th and 5 people here in Central Arkansas. If not, if y'all want to come on down, ladies, that is, and you want to come out, have a little meet and greet and also have some fun and some great food and drinks at the same time, a way to do that. So appreciate Oaklawn for that, and very excited about that event. And as always, if you are interested in more when it comes to their online app, all you have to do is download it. You can do it at the Apple or Google shops to make sure you get you covered. Y'all, I really appreciate everything that y'all have done for this channel. I can't say that enough. I appreciate the feedback of y'all hearing me out with our sponsors. I know some people hate ads, but the feedback I've gotten from y'all have been great about understanding why we need our sponsors to keep this thing afloat for y'all. And once again, please don't forget about these ornaments on our website. I really want to make sure that this is more than just talking about football. And if we have an opportunity to use this platform to do good in our community, we're going to use it, and we're going to try our best. The holidays are special for a lot of people, but unfortunately for a big group of people out there, it's some of the worst times of the year, because one thing nobody should feel around the holidays is alone. And I know what that feels like, and I want to make sure we do our part to make sure no one has to feel like that. And so appreciate y'all tuning in. Almost forgot. My bad. Look at these new hats, y'all. We got new hats on the website as well. Look, let me pull this off. I mean, we got the new, come on, focus for me. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not going to focus. Oh, that's almost a tease. What if I go this way? This way? You know what? Never mind. Sorry. I guess you got to go to the website to see them. But these new embroidered hats, they look good, and they're crisp. They're on the website right now. You can order those and have a little 4th and 5 merch. I was at the game, and I saw somebody with a hat. I about passed out. I couldn't believe it. I said, somebody bought one of our damn hats. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Was it Mr. Gwatney? Appreciate you. It was so much fun seeing you out there wearing that hat and getting to meet you in person. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in, hanging out with us here on our viewer comments. Please leave feedback, because this channel is for you, and we really want to know what you want so we can make sure we try our best to give it to you. Appreciate y'all watching 4th and 5.